Good evening, my sweet friends, and welcome back to my at-home yoga practices. First one of the year. I'm so happy to be practicing with you guys this evening. Thank you so much, first and foremost, for showing up for yourself, and second, for sharing your practice with me. I'm very honored and humbled, I'm French, and humbled that you wanted to come here and practice with me today. So this one is called Rest and Reset. What do I mean by that? January has been a month that, for me at least, have been about energetically resetting myself after 2020. 2020 was a difficult year. Let's just leave it at that. I'm sure it resonates with most of you out there. It was a challenge for a lot of us. It carries so many things that are difficult to describe with words. So what I wanted to use January for this year was basically to try to, energetically speaking, let go of some of this potentially negative energy, some of the potential stuck energy that might be lingering around in the body, the energetic body, the physical body, and releasing it so that we can move forward into the rest of 2021 in a very positive and aware way. So this is what we're going to be doing today, my friends. We're going to be using yoga and also pranayama, known as breath work, to try to release some of the stuck energy in our bodies. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then just take this class as a nice little relaxing, nice little, it's going to be like an hour, 15 minutes class with relaxing yoga that's focused around lengthening instead of strengthening. Of course, we'll be building strength too, but this one is more about relaxing, letting go, stressing down after a full week almost, and moving into February in a kind of refreshed, rejuvenated way. So thank you so much once again for being here. We are going to start on the mat. Today we're going to start with a whole little sequence that I like to call the chakra wheel. If you've been here before, you kind of know what I'm talking about. We're going to be doing a sequence of poses that are going to pertain to each major energy center in the body, to kind of cleanse through that and vibrate with those centers. And then we're going to move into our main practice. And I invite you more than ever today to just really notice what's happening. I'm always repeating myself here, but I just can't stress it enough. Yoga is really like a timeout. Please take it for what it is. Take it as a break from your thinking mind. Hello, for us people that have thinking minds that go everywhere. Take it a break from your thinking mind and just listen to what your physical body is telling you. Listen to what the energetical body is telling you. And just be present. It's not easy, but we're going to try. So let's get started. We're going to start in a seated position. And it's completely up to you where you want to start today in terms of this seated position. You can be on a pillow like me on the floor. If you have a nice little meditation cushion like I'm lucky enough to have, you can definitely do that too. You can also use pillows from your bed. You can sit on a chair on the end of your bed, wherever you want. We're going to start the practice with a little bit of pranayama together. So just the only thing I want you to focus on is keeping your spine straight. It doesn't really matter where you are. As long as the energy in the spinal column can flow freely, we're good to go. I'm going to come to Sukhasana myself, the easy pose, cross-legged position. And as always with my classes, we're going to start here, just kind of landing in the moment. Trying to settle down the body, trying to settle down the mind. Just putting the rest of what's going on in your life, the rest of what's going on in your mind, in your world around you, on hold for now. And take this me time to just focus on you. You have two tasks, my friend. 1, move and notice what happens when you move. 2, breathe. So it's fairly simple. Notice and breathe. Just finding the comfortable seat of your choice. Maybe if you feel comfortable with it, closing your eyes. Letting go of our visual sense here, just to further focus inward. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can also find a soft gaze down towards the floor. Just not focusing on anything in particular. So Sukhasana, easy pose. Right away noticing how the body feels today. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel good? Does it feel energized? Does it feel lazy? Taking a little moment to take stock of what's happening. Part of letting go of things that may be holding us back is obviously being aware of that they're here. The first step is acknowledging, and then we can deal with whatever happens to be present afterwards. So it's really important just to look within, notice what's going on. Feeling that for every exhale, your shoulders drop further away from your ears. The spine is still lifting up tall, bringing energy up through your sit bones, all the way through your spine, opening the chests. At the same time that you send energy down through the back body, all the way down the spinal column, back into the ground beneath you. We have this constant loop of energy throughout our body. Just being aware. Let's start by taking a nice big inhale together. On the exhale, let it go through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders down. Nice big inhale. And long exhale. One more time. Big inhale. And long exhale. Gently, you're going to inhale. Bringing your palms to meet together in front of your heart space. And on your exhale, dropping the chin down to the chest. Still keeping the spine lifted and straight. So we start here just acknowledging each other before we share this practice together. At the same time, I invite you to make a dedication. At the beginning of every Akiko Yoga class, we always dedicate the positive energy and the light we're about to create for ourselves to someone or something out there. So it can be anything that resonates with you today, big or small. It could be several individuals if you prefer. But just taking a few seconds to acknowledge that doing this for yourself obviously is going to benefit you, your physical health, your mental health. But by doing that, you also affect the people around you. Okay, nice big inhale here. On the exhale, gently release the palms back down to your legs. Lifting the chin back up. So, my sweet friends, you can keep your eyes closed if you like. Otherwise, you can open your eyes. Welcome back, in my case. We're going to move into Kapalabhati, also known as breath of fire. Very strong, energetic purification of through the breath. We're going to be practicing this together. So Kapalabhati is performed by taking a nice passive inhale. So it's like a short inhale and an active, forceful exhale. So we're forcefully exhaling through the nose. You can think that there's something around, like a little insect around your nose or something that you're trying to get away with your breath. That kind of sound. That's what we're going to be using in Kapalabhati. We're going to do a few rounds of this. And if you are comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed and just really focus on what's happening in the abdominal wall. It's going to be a nice little core workout here too to begin with. So, keeping the shoulders relaxed, activating through the abdominals, the diaphragm muscle. Take a nice big inhale to begin with for nothing. Nice big exhale, just let it go. And here we go, Kapalabhati. Just keep it going. Then let it go. Exhale, nice big inhale here. And long exhale. Let it go. Just noting what Kapalabhati might have brought out for you in terms of energy, in terms of emotion. We're going to do one more round of this. We're going to speed it up a little bit. You don't have to follow my rhythm. You can also have your own, no problem whatsoever. Just try to focus the energy around the abdominal wall, leaving the shoulders to relax. Palms can rest gently on your thighs. You can bring them up towards the ceiling for the second one if you want. You can even place them on your stomach to really feel the action going on. We're going to take a nice big inhale wherever you are. And long exhale. Relaxing the shoulders down. Here we go, one more time. Inhale. And let's start. Kapalabhati. Keep it going. Just a while longer. And gently release. A nice long inhale. Long exhale, relax. Once again, nice big inhale, filling the belly up with air. And exhale, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Nice long inhale. And exhale. Just relax. If you were seated in a chair, if you were seated somewhere else than on the floor, come down to the ground and join us down here in Sukhasana. Sukhasana is not comfortable for you. You can also sit on your shins, not a problem. Sukhasana. Just taking a moment here, maybe flipping the palms back to your thighs, connecting to yourself here. Sukhasana is our first chakra wheel pose. It pertains to the root chakra, the one that's at the base of our spine. So once again, closing the eyes, getting quiet, noticing what's happening in the body. Hopefully our pranayama has brought up a little bit of energy, but also maybe cleansed out a little bit of funk, if you were feeling a bit funky from before. I don't mean the good kind of funky. It's feeling how the ground is supporting you, feeling your sit bones pushing down into your pillow or into your yoga mat. Gently, we're going to start to inhale, reaching the fingertips up. Be nice and smooth and slow. And on the exhale, rain it down, wiggle the fingertips. Inhale, reaching up. Opening the chest. And on the exhale, rain it down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rain it down. Your left fingertips on the ground. Inhale, reach up through the right hand. Really lifting your torso up before you come over towards the left on your exhale, coming into a side body stretch. So side body stretch, no need to go really far down to the ground here. Just listen to your body. That's going to be your guidance throughout this class. I'm going to give you suggestions, and then it's your responsibility to listen to what your body is telling you. Side body stretch, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Take a nice big inhale here. And on your exhale, gently pull your right arm over towards the left. And you're going to start rounding through, and you're going to come all the way through center. You're going to inhale, sending the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, side body stretch towards the right this time. So right away, taking note of the differences between the two sides. Finding what feels right in your body on this side. Little movement is totally welcome. Take a nice big inhale here. On the exhale, same thing. Left fingertips stretch over towards the right. Come all the way through center. Seated forefold here. And then inhale, right fingertips go up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, coming into a side body stretch over towards the left again. So throughout this class, I really invite you to think about how you're moving. Can you smooth it out? Like think you're kind of practicing in slow motion here. Really smoothing it out to be able to notice all the little details. Okay, we inhale. Stretching a right arm over towards the left, and on the exhale, once again, navel comes in towards the spine. Back over towards the left. Inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, coming into a side body stretch. Just cultivating awareness, noticing what's happening here. Have you collapsed through your shoulders? Check the shoulders and ear situation. Otherwise, just keep breathing. Take a nice big inhale here, stretching over towards the right. And on the exhale, gently use your abdominal wall to come all the way back up to center. Good job. Moving into the second energy channel, the sacral chakra, which is located right below your navel. It's the heavy one, this one. Emotions, sexuality, everything like that pertains to the center, so it's quite a biggie. If you're like me, we're on a pillow, you can of course keep it there. I like to move it away when I'm doing the next pose just because it's easier. I'm going to bring the soles of your feet together. And we're going to come into Baddha Konasana, good old cobbler's pose. Cobbler's pose, many options here. You can stay here and hold your hands on your ankles. You can interlace your fingertips and bring them around the toes. You can give yourself a foot massage. Everyone's like, ew, that's gross, but trust me, it's actually quite nice. Or you can even sit up against a wall if you have one behind you, so you take kind of pressure off the back and you can just open up through the hips a bit more easily. So Baddha Konasana. And that you're pushing your sit bones down into your yoga mat. Really actively pushing them down. At the same time, in the front body, that you're lifting up and opening through the chest. If you're up here, don't worry. We've all been there. Just try your best to keep the spine straight. If you're really tight in the hips, it might be beneficial to find a wall and just sit up against it. Baddha Konasana. If you want to bring a little bit of movement into this, you can start flapping your knees a little bit, like a butterfly posture, something like that. It's getting a little gentle movements into the hip joints. Being mindful. Still connecting to the breath. Then inhale, you can come back to center. And on your exhale, gently start to bend your elbows left to right or in towards your body. And think that you're trying to keep your spine straight. Pulling the shoulders actively away from the ears. Keeping the spine straight as you kind of look down into the floor as if it was a mirror. Opening through the hips. Nice big inhale here. And on your exhale, if you wish, you can forward fold, coming all the way down, dropping the chin to the chest, rounding forward. And gently, you're going to inhale, lift your sweet head back up, back to this reflection pose, looking down on the floor. And on the exhale, using the core, lifting yourself straight back up. Good job. I'm going to cross the legs again, come back to Sukhasana. Inhale, sending the arms out in front of us. And on the exhale, use the right arm to bring the left arm straight across the body. So this right arm can be bent or straight depending on how tight your shoulders are. Just making a mindful choice. Take a nice long inhale here. Nice exhale. Another big inhale. And on the exhale, gently release. Another big inhale. We reach out in front of us, keeping the shoulders in the joints. And on the exhale, use the right arm to bring the left arm straight across the torso. So once again, elbow bent or elbow straight. Just noticing the difference in the left shoulder from the right shoulder. Nice long inhale. On the exhale, let it go. Another big inhale. And on your exhale, you can release the pose. Okay, dropping left ear over left shoulder. Coming into a nice stretch for the neck here. Should feel it from the right ear all the way down to the right shoulder. A nice big inhale here. On the exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Your head is going to come through center slowly. And eventually, right ear is going to come over right shoulder. So just take a second here to check that the spine hasn't collapsed, but you're still lifting up from the floor. We're not here for very much longer, so don't worry if you're getting tired here. Take a nice big inhale. On the exhale, once again, dropping the chin to the chest, spine stays lifted, shoulders away from the ears. Back to left ear over left shoulder. Enjoying the stretch through the side of the neck here. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, chin to chest, stretching through the neck, coming through center, and then right ear over right shoulder. Noticing the nice stretch on the left side of the neck. Nice big inhale. And on your exhale, gently release, come back up to center. We are moving to the third energy center of the body, solar plexus, the I am confidence energy center, which is quite important for us. It's located right over the navel, kind of where your rib cage ends, more or less. We're going to stimulate this one by doing what I should actually be calling a solar plexus circle, also known as the coffee grinder, aka a spinal flexion. Sounds very fancy, it's not that fancy. We're going to inhale, smooth the chest forward, opening through the chest, flexing through the spine. On your exhale, coming all the way through, round back, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. And then inhale to move forward again. So, our solar plexus circle. You can make this one as small or as big as you want, as slow or as fast as you want. Just be gentle. Listen to any sounds that may be coming from the spine. Notice any sensations coming from within. Keep breathing. So next time you find yourself rounding through the spine, stay here and drop the chin to the chest, rounding through for one inhale and exhale in your own time. Very good. Then we're going to inhale, reverse the circle, coming back forward with the chest, and on the exhale, rounding through the spine, and so forth. Now, as you're doing this, just like really staying present, noticing how the shoulders are involved, the arms, the hips. Should feel really nice in the spine. Next time you find yourself rounding through the spine, drop your chin to your chest, and one more time, stay here for one inhale, one exhale. Excellent work. I'm going to inhale, gently roll up through the spine, and then we're going to make our way onto all fours. So once again, moving in slow motion, seeing how smooth you can make this movement, even if it's a transition. We're coming to tabletop position. So wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Right away, moving into heart chakra and throat chakra area. I don't think that needs any explanation to where they are located. We're going to inhale, drop the belly down, pressing into your yoga mat and looking forward. Open the chest forward for a little throat action here. That sounds bad. Throat chakra action. You can send the chin slightly up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, really activating your core, pulling your navel up and pushing away from your yoga mat. Coming into cat. Chin goes to chest. Inhale, dropping belly down. Really articulating through the spine. And on the exhale, stomach muscles are activated and pushing away from the yoga mat. Chin to chest. Inhale. Cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more, just like that. Inhale. Dropping belly down. Cow pose. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Coming into cat pose. You're going to inhale, come back to neutral spine, tabletop position. You're going to bring your knees together, really together this time. And on your next exhale, gently send the hips back towards your heels. You're going to drag your hands all the way down to come in line with your feet. And we drop the head down and come into child's pose. Now, if the hips don't come close to the heels, that's totally cool. You can even come onto your forearms here if you don't reach the ground, not a problem at all. And just kind of rest here, pushing into your elbows. Trying not to collapse through the shoulders, but still kind of rounding through the spine. Otherwise, forehead comes to the mat. We let our shoulders roll forward into child's pose. So this time, speaking to our third eye, also known as the brow chakra. So in child's pose, notice what this position brings out in terms of energy, in terms of feelings in your body. Every inhale, notice how the skin of the back stretches wide, filling your lungs up with air. And on every exhale, how everything collapses in towards the center line. And try to relax further into your yoga mat. Take a few breaths together to really feel that, the expansion on the inhale, and the deflation on the exhale, relaxation on the exhale. Nice big inhale. And long exhale through the nose. Nice big inhale again. Long exhale. Another big inhale. And long exhale. Very good. And gently you can roll your forehead from side to side. Just rolling the head back and forth. Gently pressing the brow bone, the forehead, the third eye onto your yoga mat. Rolling over towards the right, then over towards the left. You can stay here, just activating that feeling, rolling back and forth. Or you can inhale, gently lift your forehead off the ground. You're going to press into your shins, lifting the hips up slightly. And then, my friends, you're going to move a little forward, drop your head down towards the ground, placing the top of your head down towards the ground here, reaching the hands back. You're pulling your core up and in, lower ribs hug up and in, and we come into a rabbit variation. The palms can be placed down on the floor, or if you're so inclined, you can also reach back to the heels. You can work with this opposing force of pulling your heels closer towards you and pushing them away at the same time. You come into a little rabbit posture. This one, I'm not putting a lot of pressure into the top of my head here. It's just basically touching the ground. But my thighs are working to keep me lifted. So is my core is lifting up and in. So we're rounding through the back body. Coming into a little rabbit variation. This one is for the crown chakra. Stimulating the top of our head. Breathe deep here. Once again, noticing what's happening in the body. Noticing the energy this pose may be creating. Breathing deep. Really good. Nice big inhale. On your exhale, gently release the hips down towards your heels again, back in child's pose. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up towards the top of the mat, stretching it out. And on the exhale, lifting the head up, looking forward, pressing into your knees, coming back up to all fours. Very good job, guys. That was our chakra wheel, our little warm up for today. Not so little warm up, so we're coming to all fours. So for those of you that may have sensitive knees, feel free to pad your knees here. Maybe if you have a blanket or something like I do, just making a little extra padding for the knees. If you just have a yoga mat, you can roll it under and create a little extra cushioning for the knees. If you have sensitive wrists, you can make fists in this case to come on to the fists to take a bit of pressure off the wrists. Otherwise, once again, tabletop position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Take a nice long inhale here. On your exhale, activate your core and you're going to send your left leg out long. So basically, left toes are going to come to the ground. And the left side is now more or less in plank pose. You can see this is like a supported plank. So just take this moment to rock back and forth, gently stretching out that left leg. Breathing deep into your belly. And running into your cupboard door. At home yoga keeps us humble. That's cool. Okay, a nice big inhale, come back to center, pushing into that right foot. And on your exhale, you're going to lift this left leg up. So the left toes are going to be turned down. I want to keep the left leg sort of in line with the right hip. So not lifting up too high, but just enough to get a little bit of action in this right glute. And so, option, you can stay here, just working on keeping the legs straight, straightening through the spine, pushing up and away from your yoga mat. You can bend through that left knee and pulse your foot up towards the ceiling for a little more active glute work. Or my intended plan was to inhale, gently shift your weight to your left palm and your right knee, and you're going to send your left fingertips out in front of you. So hopefully you have enough space to be able to extend the right arm. Sending the right arm out in front. And we're going to do just a little bit of core work here. Finding your balance first, pushing up and away from the yoga mat. So we're going to inhale, reach the right arm forward, reach the left heel back. On your exhale, you're going to bring that left knee in towards your center line, and you're going to bring the right elbow to it to kiss. A little crunch here. So inhale, once again, extending, finding length, and on the exhale, rounding through, finding strength. Here we go again, inhale, reaching the fingertips forward, stretching through the spine. On the exhale, rounding through. One more, inhale, reaching it out, and on the exhale, rounding through the spine. That's great, inhale, reach it out one more time. On the exhale, gently place your right hand down, back down on the ground, and then the left knee to follow. Good job. Other side. Inhale, we stretch the right leg out long, right toes on the ground. So gently rocking back to front here. Now, this class is called Rest and Reset. That does not mean that we're not building strength, because we definitely are. And I find that actually the most releasing thing is actually to use the muscles a little bit first. And then we're going to focus more around flexibility and lengthening them later on. So for now, just stretching out this right foot, right leg. And inhale, come back to center. Once again, pressing into both palms and this left foot here. And on your exhale, lifting the right leg up. So same thing here, right toes are turned down towards the floor, creating an inner rotation through that right hip. And you can stay here, just focusing on sending the shoulder blades left to right, not collapsing through the shoulders. You can bend the right knee and do baby pulses up towards the ceiling with the right foot to work on the glutes. Or you can join me, shifting the weight into your right palm and the left knee. A nice big inhale and extend the left arm out this time. Finding your balance here. Don't collapse to the shoulders. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, same thing. Think knee to nose or to elbow. Round through. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to strengthen. Bring it in. That inhale. Stretching it out. And on the exhale, contracting together. Here we go. Inhale. One last one. And on the exhale, really pull it together. So inhale one more time, reaching it out. And on the exhale, gently place the left hand down, followed by the right knee. Very good job, my friends. Curl the toes under, take a nice big inhale. And on your exhale, sending the hips up towards the ceiling and back, we come into a downward facing dog. Not a whole lot of down dogs in this program today. There's like, I don't know, 3 probably. So just take advantage of this one to step the feet back and forth. For those of you who might not be familiar with down dog from before, you want to think about really pressing the palms of your hand into your yoga mat. Focus mainly on the upper body. Thinking that the upper body is supposed to look like an upside down, a line, a straight line from the hips down to your hands. And you can bend your knees as generously as you need here. No need to put the heels down on the ground. Just focusing on stretching this out. Good, then inhale, you're going to start to cross the right foot over the left foot over the right. You're going to continue all the way up to the top of the mat until you're standing in forward fold. Very good job, forward fold. Relaxing pose. So just let it hang loose here. Gently letting go. Letting the head hang over. Bending through the knees as generously as you need. Very good. Inhale gently. You're going to drag the palms across the front of the legs and come up into halfway lifts, parallel to the floor, elbows in towards the side body. Nice big inhale up here. On the exhale, rolling it down. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders pull away from the ears, creating a straight line from your tailbone to the top of your head. Take a nice big inhale once more. And on your exhale, roll it down. Very good. Bend through the knees here. You're going to inhale gently, start to roll up towards a standing position. Halfway up here, you can start to exhale. So come all the way up. You inhale, reach up towards the ceiling, stretch up. And on the exhale, palms come together and all the way down to the heart. Close the eyes for 2 seconds. Take a nice big inhale. And a long exhale. Gently, without looking down, you're going to move your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. So a little bit wider than your yoga mat. You can, of course, look down, but you can also trust yourself. Take a nice long inhale here. And on your exhale, you're gently going to bend to the knees. You're going to keep leaning back here, keeping the spine straight, as you gently begin to drop down towards your mat. Coming all the way down into a yogic squat, also known as a malasana. So I'm going to turn to the side to show you. Malasana, also a pose where we have many options. You can roll a blanket or a yoga mat under to kind of lift up the ground to your heels, to put under your heels if they don't come down on the earth. You can also bring the toes together and come into more of like a froggy posture here, working on balance, still openings in the hips, but a bit less extreme. We're going to find Malasana. Why Malasana? Malasana because it's one of the most powerful grounding poses like we have. The best way to acknowledge the present moments, just really stay here, be in the present moments, just notice what's happening so that we can take that and maybe move on from what the present moment is, if that's useful for you, if it serves you. So Malasana, palms can come together in front of the heart. You can also send them into your knees and press the elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows. We're going to stay in Malasana for a little while. I'm going to count this out for you. Just connect to your breath, close your eyes. Feel the ground supporting you underneath your feet. Just really slow it down here. I'm going to stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a nice big inhale. And on your exhale, fingertips drop down, push into your heels, your feet, and you're going to lift yourself all the way back up to a forward fold. In forward fold. Good job. Plant your palms, inhale, step the right toes back. Right knee comes down to the floor right away. Checking that the left ankle is underneath the left knee here. Inhale to look forward, open up here. And on your exhale, you're going to lift up. Think energetically lifting up, pressing into both feet, coming up into your crescent lunge. So 2 options here as well. You can bring your hands together, make it look like a hammock here, and you can stay here, supporting yourself, really focusing on straightening the spine. Should be very good for people that have a bit of lower back issues. Otherwise, we can inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and voila, crescent lunge. So checking the stacking of the bones, making sure that left knee is over left ankle. Opening through the hips. So gently you're going to inhale, you're going to really push into your feet, lifting yourself up, lifting yourself out of the pose, and on your exhale, you're going to gently drop yourself back down, maybe stretching a bit deeper this time. Inhale, once again, pressing actively into the left foot, lifting yourself up. Exhale, sink deeper down. Inhale, pushing into the left foot, lifting up. And on the exhale, drop it down. Hands come all the way down next to the left foot. We inhale, reach left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Nice open stretch towards the left here. Make sure the left knee stays in line with the center. Nice big inhale. On the exhale, left arm drops down. Good job. When you inhale, lift the right knee up and step the left toes back to plank pose. On your exhale, hips go up and back into downward facing dog. So I might have lied. I just realized I think there's actually 5 down dogs in this program. But hey, 2 down, 3 to go. So just step your feet actively here to try to really work through the hips, bringing a bit of light into them. Very good. And inhale, bring your big toes together. Exhale, really try to sink down into down dog here, pushing your heart down towards the mat. Then inhale, gently lift the right toes up towards the ceiling, stretching it out. And on your exhale, bringing that right knee up to your chest, and then stepping it up between your palms. Left knee comes down. So inhale to look forward. Same thing, exhale. We power up, pressing into that right foot, lifting up into our crescent lunge. Making sure that the right knee is over the right ankle to protect the knee joints. You can make your little hand hammock here, support yourself here, really lifting the spine up. Or you can inhale, send your fingertips up towards the ceiling and come into your full crescent lunge. Opening the chest forward, pressing actively into both feet. You're going to inhale, once again, stretching up, pressing out of the pose here. So you're lifting, you're not straightening the right leg, you're just lifting yourself up here. And on the exhale, letting yourself sink down. Once again, inhale, activating the inner thighs, they press in towards the center line. And on the exhale, releasing into the pose. Here we go again, inhale. Pressing up, activating the legs. And on the exhale, drop it down. Very good. Fingertips drop all the way down to the ground. Left hand next to right foot. We inhale, twist towards the right this time. Sending right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Nice big inhale up here. And on the exhale, dropping the fingertips down. Inhale, plant the palms, lift the left knee, and step the right toes back to plank pose. On your exhale, hips go up and back. Come into downward facing dog. So the most active part of our program is already past, my friends. From here, we're going into much more cool down mode. So do not worry if you feel cheated with my title. I promise the rest bit is about to arrive. So, placing the big toes together to touch. You're going to inhale, gently lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, stretching it up. And on your exhale, bringing the right knee up towards your chest, and then gently placing it down behind your palms. So we're preparing for pigeon pose. So keeping this right leg, ideally we want it parallel to the front of the mat. I can tell you right away, my hips are not that open. So I bring my heel a little bit closer to my center line. Flexing through the right foot, pressing into the palms. If you're struggling to get your right glute or your right hip actually in line with the left, so they both face forward and you're not just like dumping your weight into the right glute, you can take a little block, a book, a pillow, whatever, and place it underneath to lift the ground up to you. If the back foot struggles to be straightened, you can also curl the toes under. You can even lift it for a little bit more of an active pose. We come into pigeon, placing the palms out in front of you and working down here. So pressing into the top of that left foot, bending through the right knee, flexing through the right foot to protect the knee once again. Pigeon pose. You're welcome to lift yourself up more, but I only recommend that if you've been practicing this pose for a while, because it can be really hell on the low back if you're not used to being lifted here. So wherever you are, my sweet friends, we're going to take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, gently reining it forward. Forward folding onto ourselves. Coming into our little pigeon love cave. That sounds really weird. You can quote me on that one if you want. So just passive, this is a passive stretch now. Went from an active to passive stretch. Just letting the weight of your body relax down into the mat. You can also come onto your forearms here and just work here. Making a little pillow with your fists. Once again, using a pillow if you want to bring the earth up to you. We're just going to stay here. So once again, same as in child's pose. For every inhale, just feeling how the back body is moving, the skin is stretching. And on the exhale, grounding down, letting go of any tension, any stress, trying to release. Just try your best. That's all I'm asking. And don't judge if something feels weird, if you're not able to do it completely. That's totally fine. That's all cool. That's you. And that's great. We'll get there eventually. So getting quiet to notice what's happening. A nice long inhale together. Nice long exhale. Very good. Inhale, gently lift the head back up if you were forward folding. Walk the hands gently up towards your knee. And on your exhale, using your core, gently you're going to place your weight down on your bum and you're going to turn to be seated. Bringing this right ankle in towards the center line. So this left leg, it's up to you, my friends, where you want to place it. If you're here, you're a bit more narrow. If you want to go full blown, I'm just going to be parallel to the side of my mat. Up to you. Wherever you are, I invite you to flex through both feet, keeping a bit of light in both feet. We're going to inhale, lift up through the spine once again, keeping the spine nice and straight. And then sending the arms up overhead. Taking a nice big inhale up here. On the exhale, the torso rotates towards the left leg. And once again, someone's pulling you by the wrists up. And then you can forward fold. Coming towards head to knee pose. Janusisasana. So in Janusisasana, also should be called head towards knee pose because not everyone is able to do that, which is totally cool. You really want to pay attention to this lower back, making sure that the left hip is kind of pulling in towards the socket, at the same time that the lower rib cage is pulling up and in, the core is activated. And we just let ourselves fall down towards the left knee. You don't have to come close, that's not the point. The point is just to notice what's happening in the body, listening to all the signals that it's sending you. If you feel any kind of stress or fussiness in the low back, back off, no pun intended there. Lift a little bit back up and think about really pushing the lower spine down, like halfway lifts, and rather stay a bit lifted here than folding forward. Wherever you are, nice big inhale and exhale. Okay, inhale to lift your chin, look at your toes. Yay, how often do you do that? And on your exhale, pulling the navel in towards the spine, and gently you're going to roll all the way up. Coming back to center. Little counter pose here. Left hand goes to the right knee, right fingertips behind. We inhale, lift up through the spine, and on the exhale, gentle twist towards the right. You don't have to move a whole lot here. Nice big inhale. And exhale to release. Right arm comes down. We continue the counter poses. Inhale, left fingertips go up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, side body stretch towards the right. Stretching it up. That's excellent. Okay, listen carefully. We're going to inhale, find length of the spine, and on your exhale, gently you're going to place your left hand down. You're going to rotate down towards the ground. And inhale, make your way up to plank pose. And on your next exhale, hips go up and back, and we come into downward facing dog. This is definitely, the last down dog of today, my friends. So take the movement you want here. Pressing the palms into the mat, bending the knees left and right. Maybe you place your toes a little bit wider than hip width apart and tick-tock the hips back and forth. Feel really nice too. Take advantage of the fact that you're at home, nobody's watching. Okay. Bring the big toes together to touch. Inhale, left leg goes up towards the ceiling this time, stretching it out. And on the exhale, bring the left knee up towards your chest, and then gently placing it down behind the palms. Working towards pigeon pose on the other side. So same thing here. If you have a problem lifting the hips up so they're in line, place something underneath your left glutes to lift the ground up a little bit. Come a little bit out of the pose. You can also make the pose less intense by just bringing the left heel closer towards your crotch. You can bend through this knee in the back, curling the toes under. Otherwise, we're placing our hands out in front of us. Right leg is stretching out behind us. Left knee is bent. And we find pigeon pose. So once again, you're more than welcome to lift up here. If you've been practicing for a while, and pigeon pose is already one of those poses you know. Focusing on opening through the left hip. Pressing the right leg down into your yoga mat. Now wherever you are, you can take a nice big inhale. And on the exhale, gently forward fold onto that left knee. So same options here as you had on the other side. You can come onto your forearms You can make yourself a little pillow with your fists. You can use an actual pillow, which is probably more comfortable. And just giving into the pose. Relaxing down. Keep the left toes flexed, once again protecting the knee joints of the left knee. And once again, noticing what it feels like to fill the body up with air. And on the exhale, trying your best to just relax into the pose. Keep connecting to your breath. Keep noticing what's happening in this left hip. Noticing what's going through the mind. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Nice big inhale here. Long exhale. And here we go. Inhale. Gently lifting the head back up if you were forward folding. You're going to start walking your palms back towards the left knee. And on your exhale, using your core and gently coming on to the left glute all the way through a seated position. Obviously, I'm the wrong way now, so I'm going to turn around. So same thing goes for this side. This right leg can be placed out parallel to you if you feel ready for that today. Or you can bring it in a bit more narrow and focus on that. Make sure to pull this right hip back so it's not like overextended out, but you're really pulling it back into its socket, no matter where it is. And we're going to inhale, just lifting up through the spine, opening through the chest, nice and tall and open. Gently bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Nice big inhale up here, stretching up. And on the exhale, rotating the full torso towards the right leg. And I think that someone's pulling you up. And then you can start to forward fold down towards that right knee. Coming into Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose on the other side. If you want a little deeper of a stretch here, if you are on your knee and you want a little bit more, you can bring your left hand to the outside of the right foot. And you can really work to rotate the torso up towards the ceiling here, peeking underneath your left arm. But be mindful, putting our spine in a rather fragile position here. So don't do anything like crazy. Don't go crazy on me, peeps. Just listening to what your body is telling you and following that. Nice long inhale here and head to knee pose. Nice long exhale. You're going to inhale, lift your sweet head up, look forward, and on the exhale, drawing the navel in towards the spine, actively using your core muscles to lift yourself back up. And as a consequence, protecting the lower back. Counter twists. Right fingertips to left knee, left fingertips behind. We inhale, lift up to the spine to find length. And on the exhale, twisting gently towards left. Nice big inhale here. And on the exhale, release. Left fingertips to the ground. We inhale, send right arm up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, think up. And then over towards the left. So really stretching out this left side. You can also point your right toe, the right side, sorry. You can also point the right toes if you want. Just be careful not to contract the leg muscle there because you might get a cramp from that. So to be on the safe side, I'm keeping my foot flexed. Nice big inhale here. And on the exhale, same thing as we just did, using the core and gently lifting yourself back up. Okay, my darlings, you're gonna send this left leg out long, joining the right leg, taking a moment in Dandasana to reset the spine, lifting it up, lifting up from your sit bones. Legs are straight, feet are flexed, meaning that basically all the muscles in the legs are turned on, especially the thighs. Placing your fingertips or your palms, depending on your arms, in line with the hips, and lifting up from the floor. Thinking that someone's taking their thumbs and hooking into your armpits and literally lifting you up here, but at the same time dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Nice big inhale here, Dandasana. Staff pose. On your exhale, bend through both knees. Once again, thinking up and then over as we come into a seated forward fold. Paschimottanasana. So option here to straighten the legs if that's your jam, that's cool. If not, bend the knees generously and just focus on protecting the lower back. Noticing the stretch that this is giving you. Drop the chin to the chest no matter where you are. And length to the spine. And keep connecting to your breath. Watching what the shoulders are doing, making sure that they're not pressing up against the ears. You don't want to create any extra tension. You go inhale, looking forward once again, looking at your toes. And on your exhale, pulling the navel in towards the spinal column, activating your stomach muscles, and rolling all the way back up to Dandasana. Very good job, my friends. Placing, once again, the hands a little bit behind the hips this time, coming onto your palms, lifting up from the chest. Once again, imagining someone hooking their thumbs into your armpit chest area, and lifting up here. You're going to bend through your knees, bring your feet to the earth, and gently you're just going to windshield wipe your legs. Nice and easy. Just getting a little bit of movement into your lovely legs that have been stretched and bent and lengthened and strengthened. Not much strengthened maybe, but through this practice. Getting some movement into the lower back. Keep opening through the chest here, not collapsing through the chest. Okay, good job. We're going to make our way to our backs finally. Yay! You can, of course, choose to roll down here if you prefer just to do this low key. Totally cool. Just transition onto your back and enjoy laying in Savasana for a little while. Otherwise, we are going to rock and roll up and down the spine just to get a little bit of an actual physical massage on the spinal cord. So you're going to bring your knees, you're going to bend them, you're going to bring them towards your chest, opening to the chest, same thing, lifting up through the armpits, and gently you're going to lift off the toes. And if you wish here, you can lean back a little and bring the shins parallel to the ceiling. So we're coming through boat pose here, keeping the chest open, shoulders away from the ears. And then gently you're going to pull your navel towards your spine and round through the spine. And you're going to rock back. Just that, just gently. It doesn't have to be crazy or freaky. Just gently rocking up and down the spine. Hands are placed on the back side of your thighs or on the inner side of the knees. Back side of the knees. And very, very so gently, you're going to release all the way down to your mat. You're going to hug your knees up to your chest. Give yourself a nice, loving hug here in Appanasana, knees to chest pose. You can always find a little bit of movement here, maybe rocking back and forth, just to enjoy a little, once again, manual massage on your spine. You're going to come back to center, Take a nice big inhale, send the arms out long. So either stretching them fully out or bending at the elbow and coming into like a cactus arm situation. And on your exhale, gently letting your knees drop over towards the left. Come into a reclined twist. For the full effect here, you can send your gaze towards the right. Maybe this left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, gives it a little pet, a bit of self-love. Once again in this pose, noticing how the inhale fills the body up with air. And on the exhale, just trying to let go. Let go of any tension, let go of anything negative, let go of what no longer serves you, both physically and mentally. Now let's actively focus on that as we inhale together. And exhale, let it go. Nice big inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale. And exhale, activate the abdominal wall. Lift the knees back up to the chest. We'll take another little moment here to give ourselves a little hug. So you can choose to find stillness and just enjoy laying here like a little egg. Or you can rock back and forth, massaging the spine. And gently inhale, come back to center, release the arms out once again. And on your exhale, you're going to send your knees over towards the right this time. So letting them drop down, coming into reclined twist on the other side. And send your gaze towards the left. Once again, maybe placing this right hand on the outer left knee, giving yourself a little pet. Once again, how often do you really do that? So why not? You're at home, nobody's seeing you. Focusing on inhaling to expand, bringing in fresh air, new prana, new energy, new life force. And on the exhale, really actively trying to let go. Go of tension. Let go of what no longer serves you. Let's keep this in mind as we take a nice big inhale together. And on the exhale, let something go. Nice big inhale. Long exhale. Big inhale. And on the exhale, gently contracting the core to bring the knees back up to the chest. You're going to place the feet down on your yoga mat. So think that there should be about room for like one palm between your butt and your heels. You're going to press your palms into your yoga mat, and on your inhale, gently activate the core, press your lower back into the mat, and you're gently going to start rolling up. The tailbone is slowly lifting up towards the ceiling. Your shins are moving forward, keeping the knees squeezing in towards each other, so don't let them splay out. That can really hurt them. So pressing into your feet, thinking that you have an imaginary book or a yoga block between your knees and you're squeezing it together. And we come into bridge pose. So if you want a little bit more in bridge pose, you can bring your hands underneath you, interlace the palms, bring the shoulder blades underneath the heart space, and push up a little further. Bringing the chest up towards the chin, actually. Nice big inhale here in bridge pose. Nice big exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice inhale. On your exhale, if you have the bind behind the tail, release the hands and very slowly start to roll it down. I want you to imagine pressing each vertebrae down into your yoga mat here. So take it slow and then take it even a little slower. Making your way down until you have finally released the lower back on the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall out, open wide. You come into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined cobbler's pose. So once again, a nice passive stretch. The feet are pressing towards each other ever so gently, and gravity is doing all the rest. Arms can be extended out alongside you. You can bring them to your hip creases, the front of your hips here. Maybe give your hips a little massage. You can even bring your hands to the lower belly or the rib cage to feel your breath move body up and down. Notice how this silence, this stillness is making you feel, both in your physical body, but also your emotional body. If your mind has started to wander and thinking about other stuff, try your best to bring the attention back to the breath. Use the breath as an anchor, a way to anchor you in the present moments, to stay present, basically. Take a nice big inhale together here in Supta Baddha Konasana. Feeling the belly rise. And on the exhale, let it go. Through the nose this time. Once again, nice big inhale. And on the exhale, letting it fall. Inhale, watch the belly rise. And on the exhale, let it fall. Gently bring your fingertips to the outer edges of your thighs. Take a nice big inhale here. On the exhale, actively push your hands into your thighs. Use your core and close those knees. Sending the feet up towards the ceiling just for 2 seconds. Not doing a full happy baby here, but just grabbing the backs of your thighs, the backs of your knees, and pulling your legs down towards the ground. Still opening up to the hips. And gently you're going to bring your feet together and we're going to rock up and down the spine just like we did before. You have to use the core a little bit here to get the momentum. I like to think of the spine as like a curve. It's kind of like just bouncing or like rocking back and forth. It doesn't have to be very active, doesn't have to be like a whole lot, but just a little bit. And eventually, when you feel ready, You can try to rock all the way back up to a seated position. So once again, if you had a little pillow, or if you were sitting in a chair to begin with, feel free to get back into your comfortable seat of your choice, wherever that may be. We're going to come back to the stillness that we started with at the beginning of the class. We're going to end here together using another pranayama technique, another breathing technique called nadi shodhana, also known as alternate nostril breathing. In alternate nostril breathing, we block one nostril at a time as we inhale and exhale through one or the other. We do this as a way to clean out the left and right energy center in our body. We have three main channels, the Ida and the Pingala and the Shushumna Nadi. And the Nadi Shodhana is meant to stimulate the left and right channel in our body, also feminine, masculine, moon, sun, all these kind of opposing energies. If that doesn't resonate with you, this is an extremely powerful tool to calm down. For example, if you're having problems with anxiety, it's also very nice for depression. All these kind of mental states is really, really affected by this type of breathing. So if you find yourself in a flustered moment, use this to ground yourself, kind of reset, and then move on to the rest of your day. So we're going to start by blocking the left nostril. Now you can use whatever fingers you want for this. I'm going to use the Vishnu mudra for this. You're going to block your right nostril and you're going to inhale through the left. Hold your breath at the top and you're going to switch, blocking the left side and exhaling through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold your breath and switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold and switch. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Noticing what's happening in the body and mind. Hold and switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Hold and switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold and switch. Exhale left. Keep focusing within. Inhale left. Hold and switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold and switch. Exhale left. Keep going. Keep focusing on the breath, noticing what's happening. Inhale left. Hold and switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold and switch. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold and switch. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold and switch. Exhale left. Gently let go of the hand that was lifted. Just sit quietly with yourself for a few seconds. Noticing how the body feels after our session here today. Noticing the state of the mind. Noticing the feel, the touch of the breath. Take a nice big inhale with me. And on the exhale, once again, just letting go. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. This time, actively sigh it out. Exhale. Gently, you're going to inhale. Lift your palms together to touch. And on your exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. Once again, we're back where we started today, bowing down in front of each other, acknowledging each other. And I ask you for a second to reconnect with your dedication. Reconnect with the person, the people, or the thing you wanted to dedicate your practice to, the positive energy you just created for yourself. The highest in me acknowledges the highest in all of you here. I thank you so much for taking this time for yourself. You came here really hoping to have a little reset, energetically speaking. I truly hope you will walk off the mat today and feel ready to bring on the rest of this year. If you came here with the intention just to move with love and care for yourself, to unravel and, loosen up the body, I thank you as well for choosing to do something good for yourself. The only thing I've left to say to you guys today is namaste. So take your time coming back to real life, to reality. You can stay here. If you have meditation practice, now would be the perfect moments to dive into that. If you want to relax a little bit more, since we didn't go there, you can also lay down flat on your back, come into Shavasana, enjoy a little bit of relaxation there. Otherwise, just take a few moments here, maybe rolling the neck out a little bit, maybe rolling the shoulders out. Any movement that feels good, just welcome it, take it, and enjoy. Thank you guys so much for coming here to practice with me today. I really, really hope, I'm going to awkwardly stand in a very awkward position. There we go. I really hope that this could bring a little bit of peace, a little bit of quiet, a little bit of love into your Saturday. Take really good care of yourselves. We are not out of the woods yet, it seems like, with the current global situation the way it is. But I believe that all the new beginnings and the new chances we are presented, even if it's more of a mental thing than an actual new beginning and things changing, we should definitely take it and just try to create something positive for ourselves. Because in the end, we can't control anything of what's happening around us. We can't control the world, but we can control what's inside of us and the way we decide to deal with things. So once again, I'm going to stop with my yammering. It's been way too long now, but thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful rest of this week, and I wish you all the very best for the beginning of February. Take good care of yourselves, and I really hope to see you again next time. So until then, just stay safe, please. Bye.